Go over to Trump. I'm going to spend 10 minutes on this. He's actually just recently did a press conference and he said that he's spoken with the Chinese leaders just recently. Let me say that again. He said he spoke with the president of China several different times. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. And shout out to T. Chanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. Here's Trump, him recently speaking this morning, y'all.
Asked the president about these ongoing trade negotiations. And here's the president now. You could see him walking out. He's going to take some questions from reporters, including me, on these ongoing trade negotiations with China. Let's take a listen.
You have spoken to President Xi. When did that happen? China says it hasn't happened.
I spoke to him numerous times. So we're leading and going to Rome, where we'll be attending the funeral of Pope Francis. Some of you are going to go. Anybody going? And it's going to be very interesting. We're going to meet with a lot of the foreign leaders. They want to meet. Trade deals are going very well. I think Russia and Ukraine, I think they're coming along, we hope. It's very fragile. And Iran, I think, is going very well. We'll see what happens. We're working on plenty of things that shouldn't be worked on because none of this stuff should have happened. This should have been taken place by Biden. It should have been fixed by Biden, but he couldn't do it, nor could he come close to doing. So anyway, we're going to Rome to pay our respects, and we'll be leaving that same day. We'll be coming back home tomorrow night. And I'll see some of you over there. Otherwise, I'll see you on television.
Meeting this morning. You said you spoke with President Xi. Have you spoken to him since the tariffs? When did you last?
I don't want to comment on that, but I've spoken to him many times. Yeah. From Japan. From Japan, I'm getting along very well with Japan. We're very close to a deal.
Will you be meeting with the president?
I'll be meeting with the Italian. Yes. Your prime minister?
No, the president Zelensky.
Oh, it's possible.
How would you as the first lady remember Pope Francis, sir? How would you the first?
Very well. Good man. He loved the.
Wait a minute. Trump is the only president or the only person that says, I don't want to speak about that, but yeah, I have spoken to him plenty of times. Wait a minute. Hold on. I see something here. You know what I see? Somebody who is moving according to what her husband is saying that she needs to do in order to present herself a certain way. The complete opposite of our queen to be, Michelle Obama, standing out of the way of her husband, waiting for him, right? Got the dope coat on, got the Burberry coat on. I don't know if that's a Burberry coat, but it looked like a Burberry coat, standing by his side, chilling, benefiting, winning, not loud, not getting herself in a situation. Very much, what did the lady say? Demure. Very demure. Chilling, enjoying her husband, about to go take a trip to Rome, going to the Pope's funeral, letting him handle business, not getting upset, not trying to see therapy, not doing any of that stuff. Just very, what do you say, Vanessa? Very demure. High class. Very high, chilling, not a care in the world, slow motion. Just relax. Got her glasses on. Slow mo, not causing a stir, not causing a problem, not throwing her husband under the bus. Just chilling. Her presence says enough. I didn't even know we was going to be talking about Melania, but let's continue.
The world, actually, and he was just a good man. I met him twice. I thought he was a fantastic kind of a guy.
Time magazine that President Xi called you. When did that happen, and what did you discuss?
I'll let you know at the appropriate time. Let's see if we can make a deal.
The Witkoff meeting. Any updates on the Witkoff meeting, sir? The meeting right now. What do you hope to transpire?
They're meeting with Putin right now as we speak, and we have a lot of things going on. And I think in the end, we're going to end up with a lot of good deals. including tariff deals and trade
I'm
deals.
sorry,
We're going to
Purple
make our
Haze. Which
country
part did I
rich,
say that's not
but we're
true?
going to try and get out of war so that we can save
Shout out to my
5,000
dog
people
Chris
a week.
Basio.
And that's
I
what
like
my
that.
aim is. I want to save 5,000 young men. They happen to be mostly Ukrainian, Russian. 5,000 young Ukrainian and Russian men, and that's a big honor if I can do it. I think we're pretty close.
At least 12 states.
No deadline. I just want to do it as fast as possible. What?
12 states
That was
approved
smart.
over your tariff plan. What do you say to
I think that he's learning from himself, learning from his past mistakes. One of the things that I said that Trump had one of the very few missteps on was the fact that he promised to have this thing done as soon as he got into office. Now he's saying, no, you're not going to give me a second time. No deadlines. We just going to get it done when we can get it done. We're going to try to get it done as soon as possible. Lower expectations. Under promise, over deliver. Under promise every single time. Most business people have a very hard time with that because they're just trying to get the deal. So they're going to do anything to get the deal. But if you can get the deal under low expectations and then you over deliver, you get a customer for life. And in this case, you get voters for life.
I think the tariff plan is doing very well. We're resetting the table. We're going to make our country very rich, very, very rich. It's already happening. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so there the president was taking a few questions from reporters, including me as he was leaving
Look at
there
the
on
ladies.
Marine One, departing for
Look at the
Rome. We also
ladies.
just now have received these images of the president as he is boarding Air Force One for this trip to Rome to attend the Pope's funeral. The president says that he will be meeting with other world leaders while he is there. We've asked the White House for any more information on who exactly the president plans to meet with, obviously giving his condolences to those who are mourning the loss of Pope Francis, Diane.
And Rachel, the president's also talking about a big headline from overnight, which is him saying that China's President Xi called him to talk trade. So where do these trade negotiations with the U.S. and China stand right now?
And admittedly, Diane, there's a lot of confusion on this. The president did an interview with Time magazine that published early this morning in which the president says that President Xi of China has called him, that they have had a conversation. The president suggested that to me when I asked him several days ago about whether he's had any conversations with China or with President Xi, and he sort of suggested that as well. But he went on the record saying that conversation has happened. And so that was my question to him. You know, you said that you've spoken to President Xi. When did that happen? China says it hasn't happened at all. He says that he's spoken to him numerous times. Then he didn't want to provide any other information on when exactly he has spoken to him. China has put out statements on the record denying that there are any talks, that there are any negotiations, and in fact, even taking it one step further, saying the United States should not confuse the public. So the bottom line here is that we know that these staggering 145% tariffs on Chinese imports is still in place right now. There is no sign that these two sides are reaching a deal, though the president seems very optimistic. And again, the president and the White House not providing any clarity on when exactly the president has talked to President Xi. It's unclear in that answer if he's referencing a past conversation, a conversation since these tariffs went into effect. And when he was asked to clarify, he did not take the opportunity to do so, Diane.
All right, so there you have it. Trump is saying that he talked to China. China is saying that we haven't talked to Trump yet. And they're going back and forth, and I will keep you guys in the loop like I said that I would.